So I'm going to talk about AI today. And so how many people in here, thank you, how many people use ChatGPT or use AI on a regular basis? How many has it, so okay, good about.
Some of our speakers apparently.
So this is just the biggest thing. So my name is Eric Magnuson. I've been in technology for 30 years. I'm a consultant. I'm a coach. AI is the biggest change I've seen since the internet. It's changed my life just over the course of this year. I use it every day. A couple ideas, things you can do with AI. When I say AI, there's a few things. There's generative AI, which is image processing. And then there's conversational AI, which is like ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you a couple other tools that you can use. I'd say the biggest thing that this has changed for me is writer's block. I don't have writer's block anymore. That was the thing that would just kill me. I would sit down, try to do a blog post, write email, and you're just like, I go out and do some gardening, I take out the trash, like anything then to write. This has just changed that. And I'm going to show you a few ways to do that. So professional bio creation, that's a huge one. How many times have you gone into KV Core and tried to write your bio and just kind of left it and it's just whatever? It's something that you had from a couple years ago, not very good. ChatGPT will change that for you. Email creation, social media content, just huge for that. You can create a whole month of social media posts in 20 minutes. MLS property descriptions, you can pull a description off the internet just with an address and pretty much get you there. And you can do a creative description for your listings.
Just with an address?
Just with an address. I can show you. Yes. It pulls public information. And you're going to have to put in things like ocean view, garden, and that kind of stuff, right? Unless somehow it hits if it was just recently listed and it's still, on Zillow or something like that. And obviously in blog posts, I don't know how many of you do blog posts. I'm going to show you how to do a blog post. I'll show you how to do a market report. Something that's very important to build authority on your website. And all you EXP agents, you have a blog, you should be using it. It's going to drive organic traffic to your site. Research, this is huge too. So you can learn so much with these AI tools. Market report, you can build a market report in about 5 minutes. Brainstorm your marketing ideas. You have like a little friend, ChatGPT or Perplexity. These are your friends. They're going to give you the right ideas. If you feed them the right information, they're going to help you target your market. Get school neighborhood data, property information, like I just said. Search large documents. Do you ever have to figure out if you can have a dog in a condo complex through the HOA documents? Load the HOA document into ChatGPT and start asking it questions. You can say, like, what constitutes acceptance of this document? Well, right, yeah, it's incredible. So here's the conversational AI tools. ChatGPT, everybody knows about it. There's a great one that's really starting to get a little bit better, is Perplexity, and I would recommend you check it out. The difference between these, ChatGPT, I would say, is the best. ChatGPT is going to give you the best copy. If you're looking for email, you're looking for blog creation, it's going to give you the most creative copy. You can iterate through different styles of writing and just kind of get something you're comfortable with. Whereas Perplexity is more for research. So if you want to do research on whatever, it'll kick out information on that, but it'll also kick out references to how it got that information, and it'll give you additional websites that you can look at. Just an incredible research tool. Bard, Google Bard is awesome. It's like if Google Chrome was a person, right? So you can ask it questions. It gives you pretty good info. And these all have their strengths and weaknesses, but I would recommend, if you're going to look at something, if you haven't seen ChatGPT, start with that. But these are the three I would definitely recommend using. So here's a big one, ChatGPT. How do you use ChatGPT? Get your head around this. I see a lot of people selling prompts. That's totally unnecessary. Don't buy a prompt. And if you really have to, ask me, I'll sell you a prompt. But I'm going to tell you, it's totally unnecessary. You just have to know how to talk to ChatGPT. So the first thing you do is give it background information. You have to tell it about yourself. Say, depending on what you're doing, you want it to know that you're an experienced realtor, where you live, what you're looking to do. Kind of set it up so it knows who you are, because it's just a blank slate every time you start a chat with it. Ask questions clearly. So after you tell it who you are, get into your questions. Say very specifically what you're looking for. The more articulate you are in your question, the better info you're going to get out of that. And the third thing is once you get that from them, from ChatGPT, you'll get this whole narrative, walk through it, and start to change. You're going to iterate through it, iterative interaction. So maybe you want to change the tone. Maybe you want to change the style of the writing. You can say, write it like Mark Twain. You can say, write it like Barack Obama, like different styles of writing you can get. The other thing you can do is you can talk into a Google Sheet or a Google Doc, right? Just sit there with your mic on your phone, on a Google Doc, and talk through about 2 pages. Take that and feed that into ChatGPT and say, this is how I speak. And it'll pick off your language patterns, and it'll start to write with you and take this iterative interaction out of the picture. Here's some other tools. So, like I mentioned before, there's generative AI. This is image manipulation. Has anybody used image manipulation in here, creating images? This is incredible, and you can do this now. This is free. Firefly.adobe.com, for free, you can make 25 image adjustments a month. You can create images and you can fix images. I would definitely recommend looking at that. Opus Clip. With Opus Clip, you can take a long form video, you can feed like a YouTube link into it, and it'll give you reels that are captioned. It's incredible. So you have like 15 reels off of an hour video that you can spread out over the course of the month, and you can point people back at your long form video. So you're going to drive traffic back at yourself. Canva Magic Studio. Has everyone used Canva? You should definitely be using Canva. It's just such a powerful tool for graphic design. Canva now has Magic Studio, which brings generative AI. It brings conversational AI right into Canva, so you can build out, an entire project right in Canva without going to any of these other tools. Tomi, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's a way of generating a presentation using AI. So you can go in here, I think it gives you 3 free. I don't know if it's a month or in one shot, but you can go in just kind of with a concept in your head, and you can talk through it with this application and build a PowerPoint-like presentation. You can build landing pages. You can build a website, and it'll create the images, it'll create the text, just as you're talking through it. Definitely try that out. The other things I want to mention is, so ChatGPT, there's a free version and then there's a paid version. The paid version, ChatGPT Plus, is $20 a month, and if you're going to start using it, you're going to want to do this because it's extended with what they call plugins. So ChatGPT, its knowledge now is up to April of 2023, right? So there's a gap in its knowledge. So you can bridge that gap with these plugins. You can use, like I mentioned, AI PDF. That's a tool you can use with ChatGPT Plus to feed PDFs, monster PDFs you can feed into ChatGPT, and you can have ChatGPT review that. And think of it, you can review and you can ask questions, but let's say you want to take a test and you have a huge document that, that's not what I'm saying, I'm not thinking like that. No, but you can have it make a test for you, and you can answer the questions on a test. I don't know, you might be able to run it side by side with the test too. But, Canva, you can, when you're talking through marketing ideas with ChatGPT, there's a Canva plugin that'll recommend templates for you that you can just click through and use. You don't have to search them. VoxScript, that's awesome. It can summarize a YouTube video. So if you don't want to sit through a YouTube video, you're going to like that video, you can say, give me a bullet point list of a summary of that video. Boom. So you can fire through like 5 videos, not even look at it, get all the information.
What was that? Sorry.
VoxScript. Yeah, this one right here. That one's, it's been kind of buggy lately, but when it works, it's awesome. Smart Slides, that's kind of like the tome. You can get into conversation with ChatGPT, and with Smart Slides enabled as a plugin, it'll build like a PowerPoint presentation for you. All good stuff. I would definitely try all of these. So I'm going to show you. This is a real-world example that I actually worked with on someone. They needed to get a picture to somebody to prove that something happened in a house, but it hadn't happened yet. So you start out with this. So here's Adobe Firefly. Go to firefly.adobe.com. You have your picture. So I have this picture of a stained wood floor. I'm going to use the generative fill application. You upload the picture. And then all you do with your mouse is you erase out the wood floor or whatever you're trying to get rid of, right? And you don't even have to be that perfect. You can bleed over the lines. It doesn't matter. So this is all sped up. It takes a little while to do this. And then once you get that out of there, you go down here and you type what you want it to do. So I'm just going to type wood floor. I did tile in the one that I did for somebody. And then it builds out 3 different options. And you pick the one you like. And if you don't like it, you go more and it'll build more.
Too warm for me.
Yeah, you can like make it gray or whatever. So pretty cool. Yeah, I got rid of the vent too. Thanks for noticing. So here it is. Here's the original picture, and here's the one I chose. Right? So it's pretty good. And you can still, you can change the baseboard too if you wanted to. Whatever. You can put a window in there, and you can have the reflection from the window go down onto the floor. Here's another thing. So how can, when you get pictures of your listing, and the freaking person didn't move their car?
I would leave that car.
That's not bad, but this is still a good example. So you go into Firefly, and the same thing. You just kind of get rid of the car, and it doesn't have to be clean. You go in, and I just typed remove, and I hit generate. Gone.
There's a couple agents I need to shoot this with.
Look at that. And if you'll notice, look at what it did. It built the flower bed color in, it dealt with the reflection, and it's a pixelated image too, so it still made it look pixelated. There's no way you knew. Here's another cool example. Crowded lineup, this person's on this right, and all you have to do to make that person by themselves is with your mouse walk around, poke all these little people, get rid of the boat, gone. So now you're by yourself right there. And then of course, think about all the cool pictures you have with your ex-wife or ex-husband, gone. Keep your kids, they're gone. You can probably put the next person in there too. So I'm going to walk through, and what's my timer? Okay, I have time. So I'm going to show you in about a span of 5 minutes how you can create a market report. And this is just a way of building authority. You're going to create a blog post with it. You can put it into your KV Core site. And then you're going to build a video script so you can make a video.
Don't be mad. This is totally from scratch. I've never done this before.
No. So there's some prerequisites to this.
Oh, shucks.
You need a YouTube. You need a YouTube channel,
Okay.
right? You need KV Core needs to be set up, ready to go. You have to brush your hair for the video. What you gonna do?
My fake hair or my real hair?
Whatever's easier. Probably the fake hair. Start with that. So if you guys want to download, here's the prompt that you can just go to ChatGPT and do this. Wait. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
For the video too.
Oh yeah, sorry. So my strategy for doing a market report, you have to pick a source. So you have to have something that ChatGPT can pull from, right? So this is just whatever. It's just something I found. And that's the link at the top. And then you go to ChatGPT, and then you have it's kind of a 3-stage process to get what you want out of this. So can you hit the play again? See if I can get you through this. So I took that source and I put it in this prompt that you see at the bottom. So you're just going to copy that prompt. You're going to go to ChatGPT. You're going to drop it in here. Just pasted it in there. Hit enter. ChatGPT is going to think. And then it's going to kick out your market report. So I mentioned that that has plugins. So you need ChatGPT Pro to do this. It used the Web Pilot plugin. It'll tell you. And I say that because sometimes when you're using ChatGPT, it'll use the wrong plugin and give you bad output. So just pay attention to that. So here we go. So here's your market report. You do whatever you want with this. You can turn this into an email. I'm going to show you now how to create a blog post with that. And you'll notice it's going to be, you're trying to make the subject of your blog post interesting, something that people will click. You want to make it interesting because that's kind of how you get people in. So I'm going to take this prompt and I'm just going to paste it into ChatGPT. Same thing, it's going to use, well, it doesn't even need that, it's just a language model. So it gives you your subject line with the emojis, it gives you your whole blog post.
Sorry, but this right here was worth the price of admission. Yeah, everybody can get this. Yeah, all this like stuff.
So here you go. I'm going to log into KV Core. And you guys should all have this. You just go right to blog post and you post it.
Yeah, I'm done.
You lose yet?
Someday, guys, you gotta set our sights high. Someday.
So you saw where it went, Web and IDX, and then it's Web Blog, and then you're in the blog area. Over here to the right, you just click post. You go back over to ChatGPT. You grab the subject line with the emojis. I've heard some people say emojis are good and some say they're not. I'm not sure, but I like them. And then you go back over and you grab your blog post. Make sure when you're doing this, though, don't grab the extra stuff. You'll see people do that. It looks terrible. You just look like an idiot. And read it. Actually read it and make sure you like how it's written. Because ChatGPT can get repetitive and just not sound like, it just sounds ridiculous. So, and you might want to iterate through it and make it sound like something that you want to put out there. So post it. This is over. I published it. Now it shows up on my blog. It's right there, the top one. I'm going to jump over to the website for the KV Core website. And you scroll down to the blog area. There it is. And so click into it, then you have the link, and now you can use that in social media to drive people back to your website. Use that information, little clips of that information. Done.
But you'll do it for me, right?
There's a potential for that. And now take that information and make a video script. So you can make a script that you can just read through as a talking head and post, or this is when you do this, when you post this in the ChatGPT, it's going to give you production ideas. It's going to give you camera angles, B-reel, different things you should be talking about. So what you could do is you try to figure out how to be a video processor, which is, I don't know, it's getting easier and easier. Or you can just shoot the talking head portion of this, and you can take that script and you could send it to someone that does video processing if you know anyone. And even on Fiverr. And you can get an amazing video that you can use to do a market report. Do this on a monthly basis, you're going to build authority for sure. This is a strong thing. People look at this. So here it is. And on the PDF, if you guys downloaded it, you can kick me to the next slide. It has, there you go. So it has a video script and the blog script output, so you get an idea of what you're going to get. And again, I can't overemphasize the fact that you need to read through this stuff and make sure that it sounds like you and doesn't sound ridiculous and all that, and actually know what's in it, so when people ask you questions about it, you're just like, what? So yeah, that's it.
You're awesome, Eric.
Let me know if you guys